Are you guys building an audience or just gaining subscribers? We're going to talk about that right now. So this is a topic that I've kind of been mulling in my head for a little while, and it's not really a piece of advice, it's not really something I've experienced firsthand, but it's kind of more a general observation. I'm kind of throwing it out there, we can discuss a little bit and see if it has any merit, but it's just something I've noticed on some other channels, and I wanted to kind of bring it up and pose the question and see what you guys thought about it. And what I want to talk about is building an audience versus gaining subscribers. And it sounds like they're the same thing, right? Of course, if you're gaining subscribers, you're building your audience for your channel, or, you know, followers or anything, any people coming to subscribe or be with your content on whatever platform you're using. For this example, I'm using YouTube. But I don't think they're the same thing. And I've seen a lot of people who have lots of subscribers but don't seem to really have much of an audience. I follow a lot of channels that are kind of like this one. I've modeled this channel after a couple key people. I won't mention any names because I'm about to kind of bring up something about their channels that they might not want to talk about. But there are similar veins of this. There are people offering advice on business, DIY creativity, using YouTube, and just creative stuff in general. Something that they started to do that I was wondering if I wanted to model on this channel was releasing a lot of content. They release videos once a day, twice a day, 3 times a week, very, very frequently. And that's something I don't really do on this channel. I think this is the first video I've put on this channel in a while, actually, which I don't recommend doing. That was not on purpose. But I usually release weekly, which is kind of like the default baseline. What people on YouTube do is they release a video once a week. It's kind of like the base, the minimum they recommend you do, whoever they is. And so for a while I was like, do I want to do 3 times a week? Do I want to do daily content for Rebel Pixels? And this felt exhausting. I didn't do that, and I still have relatively few subscribers on this channel. We just passed 3,000, which, thank you for subscribing. I didn't even realize until I got back from the convention last weekend that this channel passed 3,000 subscribers. But these guys who are releasing daily content or 3 times a week or more than once a day are hitting 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, 120,000, 150,000 subscribers really, really, really fast. And so part of me is thinking, maybe if I want to accelerate the growth of this channel, I should start releasing more content more frequently. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. However, there's a side effect to this kind of rapid growth that I'm noticing that nobody really talks about. And it made me hesitant to kind of adopt the schedule myself. And that's all of their videos have insanely low views comparative to their audience size. One of the channels releases daily and sometimes multiple times per day. And this individual has over 120,000 subscribers, and yet the majority of their videos have less than 1,000 views, oftentimes less than 700 views a few days after they're released. They rarely break 1,000. When they do, it never gets to 2,000. Very rarely do these channels break 2,000. When they do, they very rarely, even further than that, break 5,000. So relative to their subscribers, if you have 100,000 subscribers and you're getting less than 1,000 views, that means less than 1% of your audience is watching all of your content. Now, there are exceptions, of course. Some of these channels have like 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 videos that have hundreds of thousands of views, and there are exceptions all the time. I think my Cintiq video on here, one of them has like 10,000 views or something like that. But I think, the trends, matter more than the exceptions. And I have an exception. Every channel has an exception. Something that kind of went semi-viral and did really well. But if you have 100,000 subscribers, 50,000, 70,000, 100,000 subscribers, and you're getting around 1% retention on most of your content, is this strategy really working for you? What it says to me is that you're putting out tons of stuff with lots of great ideas, and you're attracting a lot of new people to your channel. You make a really good video, it resonates with somebody, and they click subscribe, but I think 2 things are happening with this method, things that I don't think are helping cultivate an audience. If all these subscribers aren't talking or interacting with this content, what's the point of having them around? It doesn't help you at all. It's just a number. And the number looks nice. It's a great little badge to have on the corner of your channel, but if it doesn't translate to anything actually tangible or feasible, what's the point of having it? I get between 700 and 1,000 views on most of my videos that I release on this channel, which is less than most of those guys. However, I only have 3,000 subscribers, so 30 to 40% of my audience watches the majority of my content, whereas only 1% of their viewers watch their content. So which is more successful when viewing it through that lens? They might have more subscribers, but it sounds like this channel has more of an engaged audience. Engagement is the key between differentiating a subscriber base from an audience. And I think the reason that it's so much more difficult to build an active, engaged audience when bombarding people with video is that like your releases no longer are special. If you do one video a week, once a week, you get to see that person that you're subscribed to and the content you like again, and it becomes ritualistic. You wait for that part of the week and it comes out and you're excited and you want to see that content. It's a treat once a week. Whereas if you're constantly being bombarded and over again, there's just tons and tons and tons of this one person's video all the time, once a day, 3 times a day, ridiculous numbers like that, you just start like not paying attention anymore. There's too much. It's content overload. And I'm speaking personally because a lot of these people's videos, I don't watch all of them anymore. I only watch 1 or 2 a week. I don't watch all the videos that come out every day simply because there's just too much. And like I'll be looking for that once a week from someone who releases more conveniently. I just skip through all of their stuff that they've uploaded in the past like 15 hours trying to find the one thing I'm looking for. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about an engaged audience versus a number of subscribers. Is there a difference? Should it matter? Should you shoot for that engaged audience even if you're not going to have as many raw numbers as subscribers if you just like blitzkrieg people with content? I think going slower is more important. I think an engaged audience is going to cause you to have legitimate growth from people who actually care about not just that one video and hope to see something about it again, but actually have watched a lot of your content and like who you are as an individual, are going to keep engaging with everything you do because they're interested in like your mission or goal as a channel overall, as opposed to that one topic they found amidst like hundreds and hundreds of other things on your channel that lack a lot of that direction. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of an engaged audience versus subscribers, what your experience is with that. Do you watch channels like that upload constantly? Are you okay with that? Personally, I don't really find it very appealing, but other people could disagree with me, and that's kind of why I'm putting it out here. We can have a discussion. Should I start doing 5 or more videos a week? I don't even know how to talk about it with doing that many videos. But my name is Tom Oliver, and you guys have been watching Rebel Pixels, the channel all about empowering and passioning the DIY creator here on the web. If that's you, if you think about things like subscribers versus audience all the time, you should hit that subscribe button below, join the rebellion. We talk about stuff like this every week. Things about improving your channel, improving your content delivery, getting people really enthused about your content, being the best kind of indie creative on the web that you can, and sometimes more technical things like gear reviews and hauls and DIY kind of tutorials and stuff like that. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you should hit that subscribe button. I got something coming out next week. It should be interesting. I don't know what it is yet because I don't plan these things in advance too much. But until next time, I'm Tommy Oliver. This is Rebel Pixels, reminding you guys, we might be indie, but that doesn't mean that we're alone. Catch you all next week.